Hi everybody, I'm here to report on yesterday's fantastic 3-2 win at Parkhead against Celtic. And who could complain really? Our first win there in 5 years. And I suppose we deserved it. Like everybody else at the time, I'm delighted, ecstatic, over the moon, all the cliches about actually winning that game. But actually, when you look at it in a bit more detail, we were riding our luck. It's one of these days where we did play well enough, but we gave up far too many chances for Celtic to score. And thankfully, for once, they missed all of them, bar a couple of poor defending ones. So I wouldn't be as ecstatic as a lot of people who are saying, but it was a fantastic, magnificent, every man was fantastic type win. It certainly wasn't that. I suppose what makes it more impressive is the fact that we beat them, and that was without Cerny playing well. He actually missed the sitter of the game when he could have put it into the empty net after he'd been given the ball by Schmeichel, and he could have just put it into the empty net with his first touch, his second touch, even his third touch. But no, he took about 100 touches, got it onto his left foot, and ended up didn't even get a shot on target. So that was a terrible miss. That could have been the game winner there and then, actually. So anyhow, he didn't play well. Drossers, as usual, totally anonymous. We're playing with 10 men. Well done, Rangers, beating them with 10 men because Drossers was absolutely anonymous. The 2 or 3 times you did see him, it was only for him to make a mess of a good chance, especially in the second half where any other striker would have put it into the net. So 2 men down, basically. Balogun was dodgy at times, so it was worrying though when he went off injured or tired or whatever, and the useless Robin Lorpak came on. But at one point he actually made a decent tackle near the end, so even he played a part in the win. But Balogun wasn't at his best, I would say. The 3 midfielders were easily the best men, especially Raskin, Barron, Diomande. They were easily our best men. If they hadn't been in form and getting stuck in, we really would have been in trouble because there was nothing up front. And the defence, Suter as usual, he was our best defender. Sterling makes a difference in there. Even Tavernier didn't make as many mistakes as usual. I know we've discovered he can actually take a long throw just outside their box. He did it twice, right into the 6-yard box. Now, if that's something he could always do, why haven't we been doing that for years? Because every team we play against in the league has a guy that can throw the ball right into the box and cause confusion. So Tavernier did it twice. Was this something he was practicing? Was this something the management team got somebody to practice with, and they ended up with him being the best of them? So let's see more of that. That's an improvement, something if Big Phil would never have dreamt of, funnily enough. So apart from who I've said, we did well. We did get stuck in. We had a shape, we had a pattern, we had a plan. The players seemed to stick to it, and we showed a determination and a grit and a fighting spirit that all too often has been missing in these games in the last few years. So credit to them all, really, for that. And well done, lads. You've made our day. Or you'd made yesterday, and you've made our weeks to come, because when you think about it, we've got the Europa quarter final to come and one more Celtic game at Ibrox, hopefully, where we'll win again. And isn't it ironic that if we win that Celtic game at Ibrox, we could have beaten them 3 out of 4 times in the league and still lost the league by a mile? That just sums it up, doesn't it? It's not when you play against Celtic that counts usually. It's beating the wee diddy teams in our league, and we've failed to do that too often this season. I mean, the Kilmarnocks, the Motherwells, the St Mirrens of the world. All you need to do is build a team that can beat these teams every time they play them, that are consistently better than them, that have better players. Well, we have better players than all the rest of them, apart from Celtic. So we've got better players, but this season we haven't shown it too often, and that's why we're miles behind in the league. If we can consistently beat all these other teams next year onwards, we surely, even if we had an inferior team to Celtic, we surely would be able to beat them once or twice at Ibrox. I mean, even Hibs managed that a couple of weeks ago. So that's been a big failing this season, playing against the dross of the Premier League. So anyway, forget about that just now. Let's enjoy what we did yesterday. We're on the front foot from the beginning, had them on defensive, corner from the left. Raskin got ahead of Schlupp, who's much bigger than him. Nice leap and a beautiful glancing header into the far post. 1-0 up in 4 minutes. For those 2,500 Rangers fans there, they must have been in dreamland. We had that chance, I say, that Cerny missed. A couple of great moves that fizzled out, came to nothing. Then when the second goal came, what a great move. A throw in by Yilmaz on the left, just opposite their box. 6-7 passes later, it was over on the right hand side. Tavernier did a lovely chip onto Raskin running into the box. He head flicked it on this time behind him, and there was Diomande, one touch to control it, the other touch just to put it in the net. Fantastic goal. So 2-0 up. Who could have expected that? Nobody, not even the Rangers players, I suspect. So 2-0 up at half time. Brilliant. And then they let them score early in the second half. The very thing, presumably, the coaches would have said to them, don't let this happen. And it was a poor goal to lose in the sense of, I think it was a Jota chip into the middle. And Tavernier and what's his name? Sterling. They jump up with wee Maeda, but he jumps higher, and a beautiful header, really powerful header into the net. But the two right backs, just useless when it comes to crosses to the back post. So that was a poor goal to lose. Even worse was the second one, the equaliser, because Hatate must have had 3 or 4 shots up until that point. 3 shots at goal. Butland saved a couple of them whizzed past. This time he ran onto a nice pass and just flashed it into the net. Butland no chance. So poor goal to lose when you see how dangerous that guy is from midfield with his runs. So then it looked like that could be it. They looked more like scoring than us. Obviously, after the exertions of Thursday night against Fenerbahce, we expected the players to tire, and tire they did. They weren't as good in the second half. Well, not as an attacking force. Funnily enough, we actually defended better in the second half, even although they scored 2 goals, because we didn't let out so many chances for them to score, unlike the first half. So we did better, I would say, defensively in that sense, although we conceded the 2 goals. But as an attacking force, we didn't do very much in the second half because some of the players were just obviously knackered, and Cerny and Drossers were poor anyhow, so we weren't going to get much from that, although Drossers did miss a great chance at one point, and when the ball eventually came out to be Conor Barron, he could have scored as well, but it went for the near post and it went past. So that was about it until the end. We thought 2 each, we'll take that. That's a decent result considering the exertions of Thursday night and what's happened in the last month or so. But then Big Jack Butland, whose kicking is absolutely atrocious, and he's getting no coaching presumably on that feature from McGregor, because his kicking was atrocious for years as well. He just booted it right up the middle, goes over Carter Vickers, wee Ned Johnson slips. Suddenly Iggerman's got the ball just outside the box, surrounded with 2 or 3 guys. It bounces off one of them, comes back to him. He's about a couple of feet inside the 18-yard line, and he just lashes a magnificent shot into the top corner. What a way to beat them the last couple of minutes. They must have been sickened. So brilliant way to win. Near the end is always the best way to win. They must have been so shocked. They expected to beat us by 4 or 5. Some were even saying it could be 5, 6, 7. So they must be really sickened this morning when they think back on it. So great result. Doesn't mean anything really in the long term. Just hopefully boosts the players' confidence, especially the last 2 games against Fenerbahce, because we need them confident and fit going into the Bilbao game especially the first game of Ibrox, to give us a chance to progress. So good on the lads. Let's hope they can keep that going in the league, just for the confidence point of view, and beat a better team than Celtic, Bilbao, in the quarter final of the Europa League. Yes, Celtic fans, that's the quarter final.